Hello, hi out there. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the week so far and happy Mother's Day to those of you that already celebrated. Just want to share that yesterday I went with my youngest daughter to Filoli. It's a local place. It has really beautiful pictures. Oh, actually, I thought we were going to show a few pictures, but trees and flowers, and it was really beautiful. So, anyways, there's my daughter, um, and it was. I didn't think it was going to be that nice, or I would have dressed up a little bit more, but just really vibrant colors. And we actually bought a plant home with us. So, if you're local, I recommend going there. It's gorgeous. All right, so please say hello in the comments if you're with us today, so I know you're out there, and maybe even let me know where you're from if you're new, especially. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that red subscribe button and thumbs up the video. And if you are able to, um, so and you're enjoying these shows, please consider supporting me on Patreon or PayPal. There's a link underneath. Today's flow is going to be on strength. So, building our strength, our internal strength, our physical strength, and you can do just go ahead and join me. Hi, James and Samuel. So, we're going to close our eyes, sit up nice and tall. Big inhale in. Let your belly, ribs, and chest expand on the inhale and relax on the exhale. Belly, ribs, and chest. Rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Nice deep full breaths in and letting go of your day and everything else on the exhale. Let it all go. 3 more breaths. And we'll take our hands in front of our hearts and drop our gaze. And just take a moment to call up an intention today for building strength and exploring the strength, our strength that we have on our mats today. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. All right, and slowly open your eyes. And hello, Abigail and Lily, Tracy and Roseanne. Welcome. We're going to roll on down onto your backs. And then you're just going to take your right arm over your left arm and give yourself a nice hug here. And you can just relax, let your knees knock together, and give yourself a nice hug for the pat on your back, for the strength it took just to show here on your mat for your strength exercise. And then you're going to open, and then other side, the left arm over the right. Some technical problems. And then release. All right, let's take your right elbow over the left elbow for eagle legs. And we'll take the left elbow over the right. And then you're going to, so the easy way, inhale. On the exhale, you're just going to bring your knees up towards your elbow, just like that. Small little tap. So if you want to make it harder, you're going to lift your head and shoulders and crunch up. Okay, let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Go ahead and grab your ankles, knees wide, balls of your feet touching, hands behind your head, chin away from your chest. Lift up. And then you're going to take your right knee up towards your right elbow and see if you can tap them together. And then left elbow to left knee, right, left, and left. So let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. And then we'll do the other side. So we'll take the right knee over the left knee and the left elbow over the right. And again, you can start easy, just tapping the knee up towards the elbow like this. Or you can lift your head and shoulders, make it harder. Squeezing on the way up. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Go ahead and grab your ankles, big toes touching, balls of your feet touching, hands behind your head, chin away from your chest, and then double tap elbow, elbow for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Go ahead and stretch it out. And then you're going to walk your feet closer to the top of your mat. And then heels down, toes up. You're going to strengthen your hamstrings and your glutes. So we're going to press down, lift up, and then tap it down and lift up. Really squeeze on the way up and lift. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly release. And draw the knees into your chest. And we'll just do a quick hamstring here, pulling it in, making circles with your ankles, pointing and flexing. Other side. circles with your ankles or pointing and flexing. All right, and we're just gonna rock on up. So let's come on to all fours. Little cat-cow, warming up the spine. Drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back. Tailbone under. Drop and round. 3 more like that. You could add lion's breath. Sticking your tongue out. 1 more time. Okay, and then bringing your knees together. This will be the normal one we do, but we will spin off of it since today we're building strength. So later we'll try to do this without being on our knees if we're able to. So let's take the right leg out and lift it straight up. Opposite arm if you're able to. Small little pulses. So 10. So later, if you can't do this without bringing your knees down, just come and do the same one again. Otherwise, we're going to step it up for our strength class. 3, 2, and 1. And let's just go ahead and catch your foot and kick it away. Knees together, other side. Stretching out the calf. Lifting up. And then opposite arm. And then turning over. See if you can catch your foot. Kick it away. And release. We're going to come onto your belly. And again, strengthening. So we're going to strengthen like our whole body. So right now we'll do the back erectors. So in our back side. So lifting up and looking down between your elbows. You're going to lift your right arm and your left leg. And then your left arm and your right leg. So right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And you can go nice and slow. Or you can go faster. And release. Go ahead and stack your forearms and just take a couple breaths here. Okay. And then you can place your hands in Sphinx pose, or you can come into full cobra. Roll the shoulders back. And curl the toes, downward dog. You're going to pedal your feet. Shake your head yes and no. So feet are hips width distance. Let's shift the heels to the left. Get that side body stretch. And then shift to the right. And then back to center. Let's take your right leg up. And then bring it forward between your hands. Left leg steps forward and circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, right leg back, left leg back, nice strong core. Try to do 5 more breaths here. Come down to your knees if you need to. And then see if you can drop to your left elbow, right elbow. Again, exploring our strength today. 5 more breaths. And slowly come on down and come into your favorite cobra position. So it's cobra or sphinx. Roll the shoulders back. Look over your right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. And curl the toes, downward dog. Feet together, left leg lifts. Bring it forward between your hands. Right leg steps forward and circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold left leg back, right leg back. 5 breaths. And then see if you can drop your heels to the left. Drop the heels to the right, to the left, to the right. One more time, to the left, to the right. And then come on down to your knees, lower to your belly, cobra. Roll your shoulders back. And downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lifts. Keep 3-legged dog as you shift into a plank position. 3-legged dog, plank position. See if you can lift your left arm up. You might have to drop your left knee to the floor. Lift the left arm up for 3, 2, 1. And then 3-legged dog again. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Look under your left underarm. And let's bring it forward for a high lunge. Come on up. Hands on your hips. Let's take your right hip back. And we're just going to hinge forward as about 45 degrees. You can stay here, arms back or arms alongside your ears. 3 slow, deep breaths here. Left hand down, easy twists. And step it back. Drop to your knees and come forward. Because most people are going to be on their knees. If you're stronger, of course, you can do regular chaturanga. So elbows back. Let's do 3 of them. Elbows back, building your upper body strength. 3, 2, and 1. Find your cobra. And then find a downward dog. Inhale through your nose, out your mouth. Tell yourself, I am strong. I got this. I'm strong. Feet together, left leg lifts. Scissor those inner thighs. Rocking forward into a plank. Again, some of you Might need to drop your knee here. Otherwise, see if you can really pull into your core, to your center, and lift the right arm up for 3, 2, and 1. And then press back to three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And bring it forward. Crescent pose, high lunge. Come on up. Inhale, exhale. Sink down as low as you're comfortable. Hips are squared. Left hip comes back. Right hip forward. And then again, you can hinge forward about 45 degrees. Either staying here or reaching arms alongside your ears. Building that strength. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, easy twist. And then step it forward, forward fold. And let's bend our knees, sink our hips, chair pose. And then slowly come on up. Open up our hearts. Hands behind us. Feet hips width distance. Elbows back. And then we're going to bend our knees and come forward, opening up our shoulders. So use a strap if you need to here. And we'll release our hands to the floor. We'll bend our knees, walk, step, or jump back. Lower to chaturanga or to your belly. Cobra or up dog. And find a downward dog. Right leg lifts. And you're going to bring your knee to the right elbow and just give it a little tap for building a little strength here and up. And then another little tap. And then see if you can go across your body and tap the opposite elbow. And then plant your foot between your hands. Spin the back heel down for warrior 1. Come on up. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to hinge forward as far as you can for triangle. And let's spin on out for triangle. And we're going to walk it forward for half moon. So if you need a block or a wall, you can go for it. Otherwise, just stacking your hips and shoulders one over the other. If you're against a wall, you want to try to move that top heel back into the wall, or just imagine there's a wall there. If you're able to catch and roll back, go for it. And slowly come on back. And reverse the warrior. All right, and we're going to parallel our feet to each other for prasarita. So hips back, knees back, and you're just going to take your hands to the floor or to 2 blocks or to a chair, and then you're going to fold. So if you're more flexible, of course, your head can touch the floor. And then you can walk. If your head touches the floor, then go ahead and walk your wrists under your elbows. Lift and lengthen, and then we're gonna quarter turn to the left. Hi Dan, welcome. And we're gonna come into warrior one on the other side. So exhale, sink deep into your warrior one. And straighten the front leg. Hinge forward with the left hand as far as you can, and grab your ankle or your shin or a block or the floor. Turn up for triangle. Really feel that side body stretching. Top hand on your hip. You're going to bend the front knee and walk the left hand forward for half moon. So if you need a block, grab it. If you need to lean against a wall, do so. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. Feeling your balance. Maybe turning the gaze up, or maybe grabbing your foot if you're able to, and rolling your shoulder back. Or maybe grabbing the toes and kicking it away. Any variation is fine. And release. Come on back. Reverse the warrior. And quarter turn back to the middle here. First gun. So for side to side here for your adductor. So you're gonna hips back. You can interlace your fingers over your thigh here, going side to side. Side to side, getting down low. Elbow towards the knee. If you're more flexible, feel free to come all the way down. Straightening one leg, heel down. Toes up, and feel that, stretching the adductor. Other side. And one more on each side. Coming down and really pressing it out. So if you're able to, you can take a backwards bind here. And one more on this side. Again, if you're able to, you're going to press the arm into that knee and just open up. Roll that shoulder back. And then come up, straight legs. Heel toe them a little bit closer together and come on up. So I'm going to just turn sideways here for a little strength. Heel in, yep, a little bit wider than hips width distance. You're going to bend the knees slightly, but you're going to take your knees back and your hips back as you hinge forward about 20 degrees or maybe 45 degrees. Bend your knees slightly. Take your hips way back. Your knees almost straightened, but not quite. The back is nice and flat. See, the back is nice and flat. So go ahead and squeeze between your shoulder blades, kind of like you're doing a row, right? Like you're pulling back like this. Good. So you can can stay here. Arms can go behind you like this. You should feel the low back starting to tremble, or your posterior chain, your hamstrings and your glutes. See if you can start to straighten the legs a little bit. You should feel the low back kind of burning. That's mean you're doing it right. And if you want it even harder, arms alongside your ears. Should be frying your low back, and this will help you with any low back, strengthening your low back. So let's do 3 more breaths, 2 more breaths, and last one. And release. Go ahead and fold forward and release your back. All right, so let's bring your left hand in front of you or a block. You're gonna take your right arm up. So you can make your feet a little wider if you like. Wider stance. Lift up and then down and twist and down and twist the whole body. The chest turns to the right and back down. Let's do 3 more. Good. Other side. Rotate the whole chest to the left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then heel toe your feet closer together and circle the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, since today we're exploring our strength, we're going to do kind of like almost like one leg deadlift, or it looks like this. Right arm up, right leg comes up. So find your balance. And then you're going to kick it straight out and see if you can touch the floor with the left arm. Or you know what, this is a good time for your blocks. So you can right leg up and then just tap the block, or you can tap both blocks if you like. So you can use a chair if you like. Just tap them back. We'll do 6 times. If you don't need it, then try to do without and use your balance. Maybe tap the floor. Okay. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Also building, working our brain as well, doing those opposites. I think that's 6 there. Let's do 1 more. Okay, so standing splits. Left hand behind your calf if you're able to do so without falling over. And straighten the leg as you press into the calf. Take your forehead closer to your shin. And release. You're going to take that back knee over to the outside of your left leg and have a seat for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So lift and lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards your bent knee so you're hugging in. Oh, hi Mel. And then twist over. And release. And then we're going to come on up. And we'll do the other side. So if you didn't need the blocks, you don't need them. But if you like to use them, you can. So the left knee comes in. and then shoot it out and tap the floor or a block. Okay, so for 6, or any arm can come down. 5, and let's do one more. So whatever is natural for whatever hand to come down is fine. Okay, hands come down. For standing splits, go ahead and see if you can take your right hand behind your calf, maybe pressing into the calf, trying to straighten it and bring your forehead closer. And release. Take your knee behind you to the right for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sit up nice and tall. Lift and lengthen and twist. Over to your right. And then release. And you're going to come on to downward facing dog. You're going to rock forward for the strength class today. We got to build up our shoulders. So interlace your fingers for a dolphin push-up. So your elbows are going to be a little more narrow than your shoulders. And the way you do it is you come into a dolphin. So it's like downward dog on your forearms. And then if you can, build the strength and stability in your shoulders. You're going to slowly engage tight core and come into a plank position. So your chin is pretty much at the top of your knuckles here. And then lifting up your hips, coming back into dolphin. Slowly stabilizing and strengthening those shoulders, coming forward and back. So if you're not used to this strength, you might only be able to do 1 or 2. But if you're able to go more, go ahead and see if you can safely do maybe 8 or 10. But listen to your body, don't overdo. Let's do 3 more. And last one. And then go ahead and drop your knees for puppy pose. So the hips stay over the knees and you're just going to reach your arms forward for puppy pose. Bring your forehead to the floor and relax. And if you're able to go deeper, you can do knees, chest, chin. Knees, chest, chin. And we're going to slowly come on forward onto our belly. Still with the strength here. Pressing the tops of our feet into the floor. Pressing the pubic bone into the floor. Lifting up and imagining you're doing a lat pull down. So using resistance of your body and your mind as you pull down, the lat pull down, lifting up your chest for 3, pulling down, 2, 1 more, pulling down, and release. Rest your forehead on your forearm. Welcome, Barbara. from Florida. All right. And then from there, we're going to come into your cobra. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. So we're going to go down, down, a little bit more strength here. So lifting your arms up in cobra, wherever you're at, drop your hands. And then we're going to lift up for 2, 1, and then 2 at your highest. And then coming down halfway down, and then all the way down. Okay, so we're going to do up, up, down, down, building strength, nice and gentle, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. 2 more times. Up, up, down, down. Last one, up, up. Last one, down, down. And then bending up. And then bending your knees. You can lift up and reach for your ankles if you're able to get them. If not, you can just do Shalabhasana. Kick your shins away for Dhanurasana. See if you can tap your toes together and grab onto your ankles and roll over to your left. And then roll over to the right. Try not to let go of the ankles, keeping the shoulders rolled back. Come on back. And release. Forearms down. All right, come on up. Downward dog. Feet together. Right leg lift. Bring it forward. Come into low lunge. Interlace your fingers. And bring your hips forward. And hands down, we're just going to go up and down a few times. So straightening the front leg, forehead towards the shin, and then back down. Straightening the front leg, forehead towards the shin, and then back down. Some dynamic stretching. Straighten both legs, forehead towards the shin, forehead towards the shin, forehead towards the shin, and fold here. You can walk your hands back, or you can use blocks, or you can use a chair here. Left hand down. Take your right thumb into the right hip and push it back. And just roll the shoulder open, maybe lift up. And bend the back knee down, other side. Left leg forward, interlace your fingers, bring your hips forward, take that left hip back, lift up through the crown of your head, and breathe deeply into those right hip flexors. So if it's too hard for you to get up, you can stay down here and just straightening and bending the leg like this. Otherwise, fingertips down, and you're gonna lift and straighten that front leg. Draw the belly in, take that left hip back, fold over the front leg, feel that hamstring stretch. Then you're gonna bend the back knee again, bring your hips forward, lift up, straighten forehead towards your shin, bend, coming back down, hips forward, and then straighten both legs, draw the belly in, left hip, really take it back, fold over that front leg and lift up, and then fold over, really feel the back of your hamstring stretching, and then up. One more time, folding over, left hip back, left hip back, left hand on your sacrum, lift and lengthen, and just turn the whole chest towards your left for revolve triangle. If you're able to straighten the arm all the way up, even better. It's a variation here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Down. And then we're going to have a seat. Let's take your right leg straight, the left knee into your chest, hands behind you, and just rock both sitting bones on the floor. If you're not able to, you might want to sit up on a blanket or a pillow. Okay, so from here, we're going to twist over towards the bent knee. So you're either hugging here or you're taking the elbow past the knee, lengthening up and twisting, twisting, twisting. So really lengthen up through the crown of your head. And release. And we're just going to switch sides for now. Rolling the inner thighs out helps to stabilize a little bit. Hands behind you, lift your chest, inhale, exhale, hug your knee as you twist, or you can take the elbow past your knee for a deeper twist, so really get in there. And release. Let's take that left leg in, spin the inner thighs out, hands behind you, lift and lengthen for Janu, left arm up towards the outer edge or the outside edge of your foot, lift and lengthen, and then fold forward, forehead towards the shin. So if that's hard for you, you can grab you can grab a strap or a towel and just put it around the arch of your foot and just hold it like this and fold forward any amount so that you feel it in the back of your hamstring. Okay. So not many people are super flexible, but if you are, you can even take this foot and plop it, put it on top of your thigh here to anchor the thigh down, and then it's pretty cool because it's anchored down. But you have to already be able to touch your foot, otherwise it doesn't feel so great. And some people are really, really flexible and they just can grab the toe with the other hand, and that adds a little bit like a twisting type of element, anchoring. I actually don't like this one as much as just the anchoring of the top of your leg and folding. Do 3 more breaths. And release. Other side. Left leg straight. You can spin the inner thighs out. So whatever you did the first time, if you used props, if you anchored your foot over, if you did none of that, whatever you did. Right arm up, exhale towards the outer edge of your foot. Lift and lengthen away, and then fold forward. Lift and lengthen away, and then folding forward. So you should feel this in the back of your left hamstring and the lower right portion of your back for most people. But then again, you'll feel it wherever you're tight. If this foot is too much, you might benefit with just a thumb, just pressing on the top of the thigh here, just feeling that kind of helps a little bit to lengthen and anchor down, forehead towards the shin. Okay. And then it's legs up the wall or some kind of inversion right now. You can do shoulder stand. If you don't like inversions, you can do more stretching. You can do the side to side one. This one side to side. Okay? So inversion time. Hi, Brock Anderson. Yes, you can do yoga every day. Just do however much. You can just rewatch some of the videos on the YouTube too, since I live stream 3 times a week. But a little bit every day is better than like 3 hours on Sunday. So we're doing an inversion now, either just legs up the wall or a shoulder stand, or whatever kind of practice you have. Headstand or handstand. Your favorite inversion time, okay? So I'm just going to do headstand. So don't follow me unless you have a practice. Just like this. So if you're in shoulder stand, you can drop your feet over your head for halasana for a moment. Hi, Samira. And then we're going to come into just a seated Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, or you could do diamond more. And then you'll just fold forward. And you can hold on to your ankles or your foot using your elbows. You can even press down a little bit more, opening up. All right. And let's finish off like this, Garudasana. Stacking your knees one over the other. And then take so the right knee is on top. My left hand is patting yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Good job for making it to class today. That strength it took, that mental strength to just show up on your mat is often the hardest thing to do. If you're able to connect with a strap or a kitchen towel or something, then you can come forward maybe even. And release. And other side. So we're just going to stack the left knee over the right knee as best you can. Right hand, pat yourself on the back. Take your elbow behind and press your elbow away. Maybe you can connect back here. Inhale, exhale, maybe come forward, feeling the stretch. And slowly come on up and release. And final resting pose. So if you want to lay down for that, feel free. I'm just going to stay in a comfortable seated position for me. So you're just going to inhale through your nose, filling up, and then opening the mouth and blowing it out. Just surrendering to your practice. Again, inhaling through the nose. Belly, ribs, chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Open the mouth, let it go. And last time, big inhale. Open the mouth. And then I'm just going to take my hands, circle them up, and take in all that nourishing universal chi all around us. Bring it into our heart center. So you press into our heart center and feel gratitude for our bodies, for our breath, for the strength it took to come to yoga today. And with gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thanks for joining, everybody. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the YouTube and share my channel with a friend. And I live stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. So please join me again. And don't forget to subscribe and consider sponsoring me if you have the ability to. Be safe, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Lily.